All right, Josh, your first fight since August. How does it feel to be back here at Mohegan?
Good. Yeah, I was raring to go. I was supposed to fight in November, but a back injury took me out. I tried everything I could to keep that fight going, but it wasn't possible at the time. But yeah, it feels good to be back finally and back in the cage, man.
Yeah, and that was against Raufeon, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't that
yeah,
supposed to be? Yeah.
yeah.
So you've had a little time to study him. Were you glad that this matchup, came back your way after he competed against Keith?
Yeah, I thought we were gonna line up eventually, no matter what. So, he was still in my mind of a potential opponent. So yeah, I'm glad I matched up, and he got he got a replacement fight and he got the win, and so I was able to look at that too and kind of get a little bit more tape and see. But yeah, I'm happy.
Were you impressed with that performance by him?
Yeah, I picked him to win. I thought he'd win that match. But yeah, he looked good. He's well rounded. He's got good wrestling, striking. Very similar to myself. So I think that's what makes it a very compelling match.
And I know you guys, since the last time you fought, there's rankings now. And
Yeah.
were you happy where you placed? Did you think you should have been higher, lower? What did you think when you saw 7?
Hell yeah, I think I should have been higher for sure, man. There's guys above me that only had one fight in the organization. I'm 2-0 in Bellator, and just my experience. I'm 20-3 overall, and I've fought some big names and been in big organizations. So I thought I should have been higher, but I always said rankings don't matter. They're cool. They're good for marketing and they're good for for the public. But really, the number 7 guy like I am could fight the number 3 guy, and the number 6 guy could fight for the title. You know what I mean? So it doesn't really matter as long as I'm in the mix. That's all that matters.
Do you feel like it could work to your benefit though too? Some of these guys have been around for years in Bellator. They have big names, whatever. For a guy like you, the name recognition doesn't matter anymore. Your resume kind of speaks for itself when you have that number next to your name.
Yeah, I guess that it helps in that sense for sure. Some guys have had like 10 fights in the organization where I've only had 2, right? So as like a somewhat newbie, that definitely helps.
Yeah, and being matched up with Raufeon, I think he's kind of was in that position to maybe get the winner of Archuleta Pettis should it have happened when it was supposed to in January, February timeline. So do you feel like this is a number 1 contender fight, judging by where you guys are in the rankings and just your momentum?
Absolutely, I think it is. Name somebody else that should be slipping in the title shot above us. Really, I beat him. I'm 3-0 in Bellator and 21-3 overall, and he wins. He's 4-0. So I think either of us, the winner of this, should be fighting for the belt for sure.
And who do you have in the main event? I know I feel like the pairing on this card, right? It's not an accident that you guys are on the undercard. So who do you have in the main event? What do you think happens in that one?
Yeah, that's a good fight. That's a really good fight. I like it. If I had to put some money down, I'd probably lean towards Archuleta. I could see maybe a decision win or a late stoppage, but Pettis is good, so that's a good fight.
Yeah. So, what happens in your fight? How do you see it playing on Friday?
Yeah, I've played this out in my head a million times. Obviously, I'm seeing myself win. This fight could go everywhere. I just think with our skill sets, and both being very athletic and explosive, I think that creates some fireworks. But yeah, obviously I'm trying to finish him, so I'm looking for that knockout.
Awesome, man. Well, I wish you the best of luck in trying to do that, and appreciate the time.
Thank you.